Good morning, my gorgeous. My name is Jennifer Lenz, and today is Monday, and that means we have another session in leadership. Today, I wanted to touch upon trust. In my mind, without trust, the team is not very productive, it's not performing to the highest of their abilities, it's not happy being part of the team, coming to work and doing their duties and responsibilities. There is a lot of tension, a lot of pressure, a lot of backstabbing and power struggles, and you want to minimize it as much as you can, because otherwise doing the job is very, very difficult, not only for you as a leader, but also for people who need to work together. So how to build an atmosphere of trust, how to create trust in a team. So if you are completely new to the business, it's easier and more difficult at the same time. People don't know you, so they are distrustful at the beginning. They don't trust you at all. You may come up as approachable, but there will still be something back in the mind. I don't know that person. Okay. On the other hand, because they don't know you, you can create a persona that you really want, and you are starting from scratch. So there are no negative opinions, bad feelings, bad emotions. There's nothing connected actually to you. There is just your first impression. If you are working carefully on your first impression and then follow it up with consistency, reliability, you use a lot of empathy, you're a very good listener, you actually care. If you show all those skills, then people will start with time trust you and respect you. And that is so important. For me, trust and respect, they need to go together. And if they do, then you are doing a good job. So you are new to the team, okay? Let's just say it's easier on one hand. What if you are not new to the team? You made mistakes, your team is not performing well, but you are told everything needs to change and you need to start from scratch. But there is already a history, a negative history, which is full of bad emotions, lack of trust, misunderstandings, bad communication, lots of negativity. So what do I do in that case? That is much more tricky in my mind. So what you need to do, you need to set up a plan. And it's so important because if you know what you're doing, if you set up rules, if you set up standards and you involve your team into the process so they can cooperate with you on that plan, they can come up with the rules, they can adjust the rules, they can give opinions about the rules, that's already building an atmosphere of trust. Because you are listening to everyone, you give everyone opportunity to speak, you create an atmosphere of understanding. Yeah, you are create a safe space where people can say whatever they want to, but they need to be mindful, to be respectful towards everyone else in the team. You also set up boundaries and limits, and they are so healthy and so needed. So you're not only saying this is what I expect, this is what I want you to do, but those things I will do. Those things I promise to you. This is how I will fulfill my duties towards you, because it's just not you doing all the work, but I'm also going to be responsible for my part in it. Okay, so plan is one thing, including people in the process of creation of that plan is another thing. The third thing, the most important thing, is to actually be consistent in following those rules, following those standards. So when you are really, really tired and you have a bad day, nothing goes to plan, and people start breaking the rules that you all set up and sign up for, then you think, oh, I cannot deal with that, I will let them go this time. No, 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 no. This is where the problems start. So you need to have eye on the ball all the time. So every single time, in spite of your feelings, emotions, level of tiredness, frustrations, in spite of all of that, you need to be consistent with rules. You need to be consistent with your standards. You need to follow it every single time. Okay? Now, if someone comes to you with a problem and they straight away know that you will dismiss them, there is no trust. Okay? So what you need to do, you need to have open mind when someone comes to you with a problem. Don't treat them like they are stupid. Don't treat them like they are reckless. Don't treat them like they are children and you need to tell them what to do and how to do it. Just be open and treat them like human beings. You are on the same level, and that's so important to understand. You're not higher than them. You're not above them. They are not above you either. You are on the same level. You have just different tasks to perform. You have different responsibilities, but as human beings, you are on the same level. It doesn't matter what gender you are, it doesn't matter what age you are, it doesn't matter what political views you have or what position in the company you have. As human beings, you are on the same level. You both need to respect each other. Okay? Need to respect your boundaries, need to respect your limitations. And not everyone is like you. The reason why they are in the team is because they have a certain set of skills. And if they come to you with their expertise, your responsibility is to listen to them with an open mind. It doesn't matter that they may be irritating as a person. It doesn't matter that they may be, in your mind, weak. You need to get rid of all those emotions and all those characteristics and just look at them. This is an expert. An expert is talking to me. I need to listen to that expertise because it's important for me and for them, for the whole team. So just listen. If you don't agree with something, ask questions for them to expand on the topic. Don't dismiss them. Just listen and try to understand. Give them other options, other solutions. Ask them whether they agree with them or not. If not, ask them why. Think about carefully whether that's sensible or not, whether that's something you can use or not. And if you still disagree after all that conversation, you need to explain to them why what they are suggesting is not going to work or is not correct in that particular minute. And always it's important to mention, in this particular task or in this particular minute, I cannot do it that way, even though it may seem sensible to you or it may seem the only way to you. But because you are aware of other situations, of broader picture, you know that this is not going to happen. So if you can give the reason why, you should give the reason why. So again, to build trust in the team, you need to be approachable, empathetic, open-minded, listen carefully, ask lots of questions, don't be dismissive, treat people with respect and expect to be treated with respect back. Don't set up standards and don't allow to break the standards. You are not allowed to break the standards and your team also is not allowed to break the standards. Include your team in the process of creation, in the process of problem solving, in the process of celebration. Include them in all of that. Ask, listen, ask again, explain why you agree or explain why you disagree. Explain also why you're going forward with that decision that you have made and on what basis did you make that decision. In such a way, you treat your team as partners. You are not above anyone. You are equals as human beings. You make the ultimate decision based on a broader picture, but you can do it in a respectful manner. This is how trust is built. Thank you so much. See you next week.